The Kolkata head office usually sends goods to its Mumbai branch at cost plus 25%. So they have sent goods at cost plus 25%. So it will be 100 plus 25. So it will be 125. Okay. Further, whatever required, the branch purchases goods independently. From the following details, prepare Mumbai branch account in the head office books. So they have given us various informations. We will see all the informations. Petty cash balance on 1/1/2016. So which is this? It is the opening balance. Petty cash balance on 31/12. It is the closing balance. Okay, opening and the closing. Now, stock on hand on 1/1/2016. So under stock we have goods received from head office, goods purchased from outside. So whether it is received from head office or whether it is purchased from outside, both are coming in. So what we have to do? We have to add these two amounts. Okay, to stock in hand. Okay, we have to write goods received from head office 6,400 plus goods purchased from outside. Whatever it is, receiving from the head office or purchasing from outside, both are coming into the business, into the branch. So we have to record. Okay. Next, goods sent to branch, we have to debit it. Cash sales, we have to credit on the credit side of the branch. Credit sales, where it will come? It will be recorded on the branch debtors account. Okay, to calculate the closing value of debtors. Credit purchases will be recorded. So it is not cash purchase, it is credit purchase. So this entry will not be recorded in the branch account. Anything that has been purchased or made in credit, nothing will be recorded. Okay. Collection from debtors. So it is nothing but cash that has been collected. Okay, so that we will see later. There is one more entry which has to be related to that. So collection from debtors is actually cash that has been received or collected from the debtors. So obviously where will we write that entry? We will record it on the credit side of the branch account. That is about collection of debtors. Next, they have given debtors opening balance, debtors as on 31/12, that is the closing balance. Office expense is given, where we have to record, that is recorded on the debit side of the branch account. Stock on hand, again that is the on 31/12/2016, it is nothing but the closing stock, where again they have given goods received from outside, goods received from head office, goods purchased from outside. So both has to be added and recorded on the credit side of the branch account. Amount paid to creditors. Now this amount is paid out of the collections made. So whatever the collections that are made here. So they have said collections from debtors. So whatever the cash has been received from the debtors, from that some amount is paid to the creditors. So when you record cash received or collections from debtors, what you have to do is from this amount of 1,12,200, we have to minus the amount that is being paid to the creditors. Now amount ಪೇ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಣ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರಗೆ. Amount has been going out of the business, right? When it goes out, it has to be not be recorded. So that has to be deducted from the collection and then it has to be recorded. Okay. Next, we have creditors as on 1/1, that is the opening liabilities, that has to be recorded on the credit side. And also we have creditors as on 31/12, that is the closing creditors, closing liabilities, that has to be recorded on the debit side. So if we see the solution of this problem, okay, first what is there? Petty cash balance. We'll go according petty cash balance. So branch petty cash account, or you can directly write as we were writing earlier, to balance brought down, and under that we can write it, no problem. Or else you can write directly as to branch stock, to branch debtors, anything you can write, no problem. So petty cash value is given. Next, closing balance is given, that we will see later, that we have to record at the end. Stock is given on 1/1/2016. Under stock we have goods received from head office, goods purchased from outside. So we have 6,400 and 1,600. So if we see the problem solution, so 2 branch stock, okay, received from, it is head office, okay, it is received from head office 6,400, purchased from, so we have to add. When we add, we will get 8,000. Okay, next we have goods sent to branch. Before that we have debtors, so we will write to branch debtors 8,200. Next we have goods sent to branch, so where we will record on the debit side of the branch account as 2 goods sent to branch. Okay, next we have cash sales, where we will record as by bank account. Okay, by bank account cash sales. We have creditors. Okay, so first that has to be recorded. Creditors, opening balance is there, so we will record as by branch creditors. Creditors are the liabilities, so opening balance of liabilities are always recorded on the credit side. Next, credit sales are given. Do we have to consider the credit sales? No, we do not have to consider the credit sales. We have credit purchase. Do we have to consider credit purchase? No, even credit purchase, credit sales, both will not be considered. Collection from debtors. Okay, so where will collection from debtors come? We will record here from by bank account collection from debtors. But here what I said, they have given amount paid to creditors out of collections made. So what we have to do, from this 1,12,500 we have to minus 14,800. Okay, well only then we can record and write the final balance. So we have to minus whatever has been paid to the creditors, and then we have to record the amount. Next, okay, next we have collections is over. Office expenses there. We'll see the closing balance later. Office expenses, so where we have to record? We have to record as to bank office expense 30,000. Okay, 30,000. Okay, and okay, now we will record the closing balance. Okay, now closing balance, we have petty cash, so where we will record in the credit side by petty cash 2,000. Okay, next we have closing balance of stock. Okay, that also we will record as by branch stock. Both we have to record. Goods received from head office, goods sent purchased from outside. So when we have to add both and record. Next we have debtors closing balance. Okay, even that has to be recorded by branch debtors 11,200. Okay, next we have creditors closing balance of 1,200. So where we have to record the creditors balance, we have to record on the debit side as to branch creditors 1,200. Next we have to see what has given here. They have said cost plus 25%. So now they have given us cost plus 25%. Now we have to calculate cost plus 25% on opening stock, closing stock, goods sent to branch, goods returned. Only for 4. No other, for none of the other informations we have to calculate. Only on stock and goods. Okay. Now we have opening stock. When we see the opening stock, we have 2 informations here. We have received from head office and purchased from outside. So now when we calculate the reserve, we are going to calculate only that is being received from the head office. That is been received from the head office. We are not going to calculate on the goods that is been purchased from outside. Once again I will repeat, students, when the stock reserve is been calculated, it has been calculated only on the goods or stock that has been received from head office and not from outside. So if you see here, we have received from head office. Okay, this is head office. we have 6400. On that 6400 only we have to calculate the reserve. By stock reserve, okay, on 6400 they have said 25%, so it will be 25 by 125. Okay, similarly we have goods sent to branch of 68,000. Again on that we have to calculate the reserve. By goods sent to branch, 68,000 into 25 by 125. Okay, similarly we have to calculate on the closing value of stock, and if there are goods that has been returned. Now do we have any returns? No, but we have the closing balance. Again here what happened, we have to calculate only on what the stock what has been received from the head office, that is 6,000. So when you calculate, we will directly calculate as 2 stock reserve on, this is closing stock, that is 6,000 into 25 by 125. We do not have to consider this purchase from outside. So always remember, when this informations are given and if they ask you to calculate like cost plus 50% or cost plus 25%, the reserve has to be calculated only on the goods or stock received from the head office and not from outside. Okay, after you calculate everything, you have to find whether it is a general profit or a loss. So in this case, again the debit is lesser than the credit. Okay, debit is less than credit, so what happens, we will get general profit. Okay, we'll get general profit. I hope you are clear. Okay, something you understood based on these problems.